Hey guys, in today's video, I'll show you a quick tip to easily animate your logos in After Effects using the trim path. So without much further to do, let's get started. I'll start by animating this icon right here. So what I'm going to do is that I'll hide this other text here and focus on this icon. I'll be using the trim path as I earlier said. And to use the trim path, what I'm going to do first is that I'll use the pen tool. As you can see, this shape here, I'll be animating it in 5 different sections. So for the trim path, I'm going to start by drawing a shape right here. So I'll click here, my pen tool selected, and then for this fill here, I'm just going to delete the fill, and I want just this. Then I'm going to change the color to something different. So I draw a path somewhere around here, then I increase the width. So after increasing the width, I can adjust the path somewhere around here. So I want you to just cover this part here. With the same layer selected, I'm going to draw another part here, so they won't be on a separate layer. Right here, I'm going to click, and then I draw it. Then I'm going to do this with all of these other different parts. So as you can see, I'm done putting in all of the parts that's needed, and I've covered every part, and I've covered the entire icon. So the next part is to add the trim path. So I'm just going to come down here to add trim path, and then with the trim path, I'm just going to move down here, and I use the end property right here, move a second ahead, and set another keyframe. Right at the start here, I'm just going to bring everything down to 0, then right here. So when it animates, all of them animate in at once. But again, you can play with these trim multiple shapes depending on how you want it. So if I change this to individually and I play it, see it comes in one after the other. So that's something you can play with it to change the style of your animation. So after doing that, I'll just allow it to individually. Then I select these 2 keyframes, hit F9 to easy keyframes, go to my graph editor, then I bring in these handles somewhere around here, will be fine. So if I play this again, animate in so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to click right here to this track made, and I set it to alpha made. So as I set it to alpha made, what this does is that anywhere this path that I drew is present, this icon right here that is below it will now be visible. Like for example, if you start here, you see it's not visible. Let me hide back this path layer, and then I play it again. You see it animates in one after the other, and then it reveals in the shape. So there's a fun thing you can do also. You can play with the positioning of your path. Say for example, if I put this shape 5 right here at the bottom, and then I play this, which is the shape 5 is right here. You see it comes in the last. As you can see, it appears the last. So for example, if I change this path right here too, and it's right here, so if I bring it somewhere around, let's say the first or the top here, and play this, so you see it comes in the first and following the other path. So one thing again is that you can see, so what I'm going to do is that I'll press U so that just these keyframes will be visible. Come right here to the effects and presets, and I search in turbulence displays. So right here, I'm just going to drag it onto this layer right here to make it to be visible. So if I come right here, you can see this turbulence displays. What it does is that it changes or it deforms the way these strokes appear. So for example, if I increase this amount, you see it changes the shape. And then if I increase something like this complexity, it also changes the shape somehow. So what I can do here is that I can press Ctrl Z to undo that. So what I'm going to do is that at the start here, I can set in a complexity, move it again right here, and set in another keyframe for this complexity. So for the start here, I want it to be somewhere around, let's say 3 or 4. And if I play this, you see it comes in with a big effect or something like that. So if I unhide this and just make just the layer below to be visible, you see it now appears in. You see, it now appears in with some kind of effect. But at the end of this effect, you see that it has some kind of weird shape. It's not really in a uniform shape. So what you can do is that you can click on this layer, and then you change this, let's say the amount, you bring it down to 0. If I put it at 0, you see it's now balanced. But again, you have to set a keyframe for the amount. So to do that, I'm just going to click right here. With the amount set at 50 at the start, for this amount I'll set it at 50 for the start, then I come at the end and I bring it down to 0. So if I now play this again, going to do is that I'm going to grip this layer to this icon right here. When I press P for the position, then set the keyframe right here for the position. Move right here again, the second ahead, and set another keyframe. And I move 10 frames ahead by pressing Ctrl Shift and the right arrow key, and then I set another position keyframe. So right here, I want this. Let's say right here, I want this icon to be somewhere around here, just to move it a little bit at the center. That will be fine. Then I press Ctrl C to copy this keyframe. Move to the very start of the keyframe, press Ctrl V to paste it, and then so right here at this end, it now slides in from here to here. So I'm going to select the keyframes, hit F9 to easy keyframes, go to my graph editor, and I'll bring in the hand. So if I play this again, it starts animating at the center of the composition and moves to the left. So what I'm going to animate next is this icon right here. Sorry, it's this text right here. So I'm just going to make them to be visible. So as they are visible, I'm also going to use the trim path, as I earlier said, which is a very easy method to use to animate your logo. So to do that, I'm going to start by drawing the path across this text icon here. So I'm done drawing the path right here. All of them are on a single layer, and as you can see, all of these other text below are on different layers. So the TrackMate cannot work on these 3 different layers using just one single layer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-compose all of these 3 shapes here. I'm sorry, these 3 layers. So I'm just going to right click, go to pre-compose, and then I just type in the name of the layer. So I can add in a trim path effect to this layer right here. So I'm just going to select it, come down here, and then I'm going to add trim path. So for the trim path, I'm just going to come down here and use end property, move a second ahead and do the same thing. Come right at the start and bring this down to 0, select all of the keyframes, hit F9 to ease them, go to my graph editor and bring in the handle just behind. And then what you can see is that if I clear play, it just animates in like this. But I want this, for this, I want it to start animating from the I, moving to the O, then finally the N. So to do that, I'm going to come right here and change this to individually. And if I play this, if I just move this ahead, you can see it starts from here before this. But that's not what I want. I want it to start from this I. And as you can see, the I layer is right here. If I bring this at the top, it will be the first to animate. Second by this O. If I bring this here, and then I before this other part here. So I'm just going to bring this up here, and then if I play it again, you can see it starts from the I, O, then N. I'm going to set the track length to alpha mate. Play this. Great, just the way I want. So as you can see, it is at the same position where the icon is, and you don't want your animation to be crowded like this. So for start again, so I'm going to whip this to this layer right here. That is the pre-composed layer. Then I'm going to press P for the position properties, set the first keyframe, move a second ahead and set another keyframe. For the start, I'm going to just bring it somewhere. I'm just going to move it a little bit, select all of these keyframes, hit F9 to easy keyframes. So if I play this in, it moves in like that. But now I don't want that these two so I don't want the text and the icon to start animating at the same time. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to move right here where this Z stops to animate. I'm just going to move about, let's say, at this position here, and then I bring this in somewhere around here. And this will be fine. Then if I play this in, so I think this position will be okay. I think this is cool. I think this will work just fine. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching and hope you found the video interesting. Please do like the video and subscribe to the channel for more tutorials like this. Peace out.